WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today, 724-438-4593. I don't know about you, but I had a fantastic weekend. It ranks right up there with some of the best weekends I've ever had. It was that good. So I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. It was nice to start off today. Well, we're up to 87 degrees here. So that's nice, isn't it? Finally having some warm weather. Get to walk around in shorts and a short sleeve T-shirt. So, yeah, it's going pretty good right now. Hey, What's on Your Mind is brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Bright Stripe, Seal Coating and Line Striping, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks and Boss Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. Okay, couple things on my list here. President Trump is back from China. So your thoughts on that trip? Made some deals. Boeing airplanes being bought. More soybeans from our farmers are being bought. So, yeah, some good things came out of that quick visit to China. So we can chat about that. Let's see here. What else? The administration has announced workforce Pell Grants. So Pell Grants, you often hear associated with young people going off to college. They get grants, some of them called Pell Grants, from the federal government. They don't have to pay that money back. Well, the workforce Pell Grants is for those in the workforce that are looking to go back to school on the short term to get credentialed or certification for certain jobs, certain promotions, or whatever. So they're anywhere from like 8 to 15 weeks. This instruction period. It's a big push by the federal government, and this is for blue-collar workers, by the way. Whether it's in construction or air conditioning and heating, construction, that type of thing, plumbing. So this is for the traditional blue-collar jobs. The government says that for every 5 workers that leave the industry, retire, only 2 new workers come in to replace them. So looking to boost those numbers. This really doesn't affect you and I, but I thought I'd bring it up anyway. The Long Island Railroad workers strike hit this morning. On average, 250,000 people ride the Long Island Railroad every day. This is taking commuters from Long Island into the city of New York to work. The New York State Comptroller estimates it is costing the region $61 million a day. So that's between, the fee, the toll, the charge not being paid because, you can't ride the railroad. They're not moving. They're on strike. Loss of work is in there as well. So the striking workers are asking for a 14.5% pay increase over 4 years. The Transit Authority is offering 9.5% increase over 3 years. Now, according to information that was presented in 2024, the average income for a Long Island Railroad worker, $121,646. That was the annual income. Plus, they averaged another $25,957 in overtime. 325 workers actually got $100,000 plus in overtime. So, just wanted to pass that information. Take it for what it's worth. We can chat about it. We cannot chat about it. I'll leave that up to you. Aaron Rodgers, you heard on the news, signed a $22 million contract with the Steelers with another $3 million possible in incentive clauses. I've been saying this all day. I hope Mason Rudolph walked into Steeler headquarters this morning and asked to be released. I am sure, I am positive that he at some point in time is going to be cut in training camp, probably along with the last cuts of the, just before the regular season starts. If I'm Mason Rudolph, I'd want a fresh start. I'd want to go to a place where I can participate with the knowledge that I've got a good chance of sticking with the team and continuing my football career. If he's in training camp here with the Steelers till the end, he's going to have a hard time getting picked up by another team once he's cut. So start now. Start now is my feeling. Next Era. Next Era, you've heard that name. Next Era is the company that's wanting to build the high voltage transmission lines across the county that won't even benefit Fayette County. The transmission lines going from Greene County across the state into Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey to power AI data facilities in Virginia. So here's a little piece of the puzzle. It was just announced today that Next Era, by the way, they're from Florida. They are an energy producing company in Florida. They have agreed to purchase Dominion Energy for the price of $66.8 billion in stocks. Dominion Energy has, 10 million customers in Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Florida. But one of the big things here is the Virginia part, especially what's known as Data Center Alley in Loudoun County, Virginia. Go back to my opening bit here where Next Era is wanting to put in high voltage power lines that are going to, where did I say? Virginia. In Virginia, some of the AI data farms currently are owned by Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta, which is the parent company of Facebook. It is estimated that with the number of data farms already in Virginia and others being planned, they're going to use up 51 gigawatts of energy. Now, to put that in a little bit of perspective for you, 1 gigawatt of power, of energy, can power 750,000 homes. Data centers are 51 gigawatts. So, with all of this, electric rates in Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Maryland have risen about 40% in the last 5 years. And so here's NextEra wanting to take energy that will be produced in Greene County and ship it to Virginia. So a little bit of another piece of the puzzle is coming together here. And by the way, and it's estimated that, Pennsylvania residents are going to pay half the cost of these transmission lines, and we won't benefit from it. There's also concern about water. I understand that as well. May or may not, depending on the technology being used by the data center. Noise levels as well. So just wanted to pass that information on to you. Now, there's another company called Panthalassa. I think I'm pronouncing that right. They are raising money, and they've raised over, in their most recent round, $140 million. They're over $220 million in funding. They are wanting to build AI computing nodes that they're going to put in the ocean. They'll anchor to the ocean floor, and they'll be powered by the waves, the motion of the waves in the ocean. And as far as cooling is concerned, well, just the surrounding Pacific Ocean. Sounds like a neat idea. I wonder, though, and there'll be, all these computers, all these things encased in these nodes, and information will be transferred back and forth between computer users and this AI computing node by low orbit satellites. I wonder what that these AI farms, and I would assume these nodes produce a certain amount of noise. In fact, so much so that in some cases they are above the federally recommended noise limit when it comes to decibels. That's how much noise they put out. I wonder, will these nodes have the same thing, and will it affect ocean life? Because noise travels a lot farther in water than it does in air. So I'm just wondering about all of that. And then, of course, tomorrow is primary election day here in Pennsylvania. Polls open at 7 a.m., close at 8 p.m. There is new polling places in Fayette County. Couple precincts have been consolidated in one, so one of the precincts obviously closes and it goes to the other. So if you're not sure about that, where you might have to go, I do have that list. Give me a call. I left it in my mailbox, so I don't have it in front of me right now, but at the break I'll go back and get it. On your ballot tomorrow, governor, and this is Democrat and Republican ballots. So unless you're registered as one of those parties, you're not eligible to vote tomorrow. It is a closed primary here in Pennsylvania. So governor is up for re-election in the case of Governor Shapiro. Stacey Garrity wants to take his place as a Republican. Lieutenant governor is on the ballot. Our representative in Washington here in the 14th District, Guy Reschenthaler, is on the ballot for reassembly. Our state senator in the General Assembly of the 32nd District, Pat Stefano, is up for reelection and is being challenged by Harry Cochran. And in the 51st General Assembly, well, Charity Grimm-Krupa is running unopposed in the primary. And then you have Republican state committee seats up for choosing. 9 are on the ballot. Republicans get to pick 3. Also, each precinct will have their own local committee member to vote for. Democrat, as I mentioned, Governor Josh Shapiro is up for re-election along with Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis. Alan Bradstock is running for the 14th District of the Pennsylvania contingent to Washington, going up against, eventually in the general, against Guy Reschenthaler. Nobody's running in the 51st District or the 52nd District for that matter. So Ryan Warner, Republican in the 52nd, is unopposed, not only in the primary, but coming into the general election. Now, that's not to say somebody's not running a write-in campaign for those seats. So as it stands now, though, no competition in the general election either. Democrat State Committee, also, you 2 are on the ballot, as well as local committee people. So that's a rough general rundown of the ballots you're going to look at tomorrow. By the way, if you're wondering, I had mentioned 3 state committee for Republicans and only 2 for Democrats. Well, committee seats are assigned based on the number of registered Republicans and Democrats in the county, and for every 10,000 or portion of 10,000, you get a representative to the state committee. So just wanted to let you know on that. So yes, with Republicans in the high 20,000s. Actually, I think they're in the 30,000s. I'm not sure here. And I'm not, anyway, so that's how that works. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. It's time for a quick little break, and we'll be right back after this.
Tune in to WMBS Saturday mornings at 8:20 for Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, certified financial planner, investment advisory representative, syndicated columnist, and author, as he addresses such income issues as planning for retirement, future health care expenses, avoiding financial pitfalls, and much more. That's Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, Saturday mornings at 8:20 right here on WMBS, where Gary Boatman welcomes your calls at 724-243-3075. That's 724-243-3075.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate. Bud Cook isn't a career politician. He's a trailblazer. While the Harrisburg establishment plays games, Bud's in the trenches, fighting for you. No backroom deals, no puppet strings, just respect and real results. He's delivered millions of dollars back to our district because he knows how to work the system without being part of it. From boosting local energy production to creating family-sustaining jobs, Bud's record isn't just talk. It's a proven engine for our community. With earned seniority on key committees like energy and agriculture, Bud has the influence to protect our way of life. He holds one of the strongest conservative voting records in the House, standing firm for hardworking families and the underserved alike. Experience matters. Bud Cook isn't controlled by insiders. He answers only to the people he serves. He provides the responsible, reliable service our community deserves. On May 19th, vote for the leader who can't be bought. and won't be broken. Vote Bud Cook. Paid for by 4 We the People for Cook.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more. Cause with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation. Both lines are open. Give me a buzz. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. I really am. Give me a buzz. What else you want to chat about today? I came up with some ideas. If you've got something else you want to chat about, by all means, I'd love to hear that. How about this? We were kind of talking about this off the air a little bit. More or less joking around, but this, no. Here, I'll take. Is there a what old TV show is no longer on TV with first run? What would you like to see come back? Which show do you wish was still on the air with first run episodes? Never before seen, not in reruns. Whether it's Seinfeld or MASH, Friends, All in the Family, Bonanza, Wild Wild. What show? I mean, the possibilities are almost endless. What old TV shows would you like to see still continuing? 724-438-4593.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm sitting here. I got some leftover ribs from the Pike days on the table, and
Okay.
I got my 69th birthday cake I'm going to slice into.
All righty.
Yeah.
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 Well, wait, is it, I guess, even if I turn it upside down, it's still 69, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Yeah. The age doesn't change.
Okay, all righty.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday to you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you. It's me and Pope John Paul II.
Okay.
Well, I guess he's gone now.
Yeah.
But, just a couple of items. One is that, I'm not going to say his name, the mayor of New York City, John Smith. I can't pronounce his name.
Zoran Mondani.
Okay, you do it for me.
Okay.
But he's this socialist Democrat, and I don't know, they kind of play the haves against the have-nots, right? That's what it's all about with the social Democrats?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he says he's got two have-nots group here are going to be pit against each other.
Mm-hmm.
The prying public, well, I guess don't have a car, they can't drive in, they got to use the railroad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and of course, the union people,
Sure.
that's who you're supposed to, that's who you're backing.
That's right. The working man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of wondering how this is going to play out.
I don't know. So you bring up a good point here. A lot of New Yorkers don't have cars. Now, maybe in the suburbs where Long Island is.
Yeah.
That's different. But now you put all these extra cars on the highway. It's going to take them longer to get into work because of the extra cars.
Right.
Parking may be at a premium in New York City, and even if you find a parking spot, it's expensive as all get out. And I'm not sure about this, but there might be a congestion fee.
Oh,
So
yeah,
in other
I
words,
heard about.
yeah,
I heard about
basically a $9 tax for driving your car into the city.
that. Yeah, like a little toll booth, I guess, or something.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if they still have that. I don't know, but
I don't know
think
either. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking I kind of wonder how this is going to play out. This probably going to it's going to work out as well as the Cuban government is working out down there.
Yeah. I read about a teacher. Teaches in New York City. He had to get up at 2:00 this morning to catch a shuttle bus to take him into New York City so he could be there in time to start teaching his classes.
Boy, that you can't take much of that.
No, not at all.
No. Okay. Well, the second item is, of course, I guess some of our hospitals are in trouble around here with the cuts to Medicaid.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess Highlands might close. I believe McKeesport too. That's what I heard.
Okay.
And my neighbor, he works at Highland Hospital. I kind of asked him about that, and he said, yeah. He says you can't really run a hospital without doing surgeries every day. He says you can't run a hospital on blood work and tests, is what he said.
Okay.
I said it takes a little bit more of that, but it's almost like you're saying, tell the doctors, hey, do some surgery so we can make some money. That's the way I kind of thought it. But another thing is, I asked you about the second thing is, hey, you folks still have the psych ward up there, don't you? He says, yeah, we still do. I says, well, how's that doing? He says, it's full.
Okay.
That doesn't bode well for Fayette County, Russ.
No, it doesn't.
No. Fact is, I kind of asked him, I says, well, if it's doing so well, so I says, well, can they expand? He says, yeah, I think they should. He says, because they don't have enough room, but boy, I don't say too much for Fayette County, Russ.
No, sir.
The psych ward is full.
Well, of course, again, I mean, there's a difference between, okay, is the ward a 10-person maximum or a 50-person limit, so that having those numbers might put a little better clarification on things. Yeah, but I understand where you're going. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, hey, Russ, that's all I got for you today, buddy.
All right, Mark. Well, I appreciate the call. You have a good one. Enjoy your birthday cake.
Right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, both lines are open. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. I had not heard the news what Mark brought about. I'm assuming this is something relatively new concerning some local hospitals. I had not heard that. So if you've got additional information that you want to share, by all means, call us on that, would you? All right, 724-438-4593. One thing, just on the Long Island Railroad strike, the the transit authority that's the ownership, I guess, of the Long Island Railroad. I had mentioned they're offering 9.5% raise spread over 3 years. Part of that also, I didn't mention, they've offered another, I think it was 4.5% on an option year 4, but they want to see performance incentives included with that, and the union turned that down, said no, they don't want to do any incentive clauses there. So just wanted to pass that part of the information on as well.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi there. Hey, just real quick, do you remember Pennsylvania having wine vending machines?
No, I do not remember that.
And it was a complete failure.
Yeah, no,
I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
That was through the Liquor Control Board, and they had them at mostly Giant Eagles, and they never worked, and I don't know how quickly they went down the tubes, but it's one of those bright ideas.
Yeah. No, I don't remember that at all. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Mary Ann, I'm sorry, yes.
That's okay, Mary Ann. So, no, how long ago was this? I mean,
It's 2010.
Oh, really? That far back?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, they tried it, and it was supposed to be the coolest thing. You're supposed to flash your ID, and then you picked your wine, and your wine came out just like a pop machine or like a kiosk type of thing.
Oh, how
was
it? I mean, was
failures.
it dispensed in cans or what?
No, bottles. They were bottles.
Oh, so you could buy a whole bottle of wine.
Yes.
Interesting. I had not, because I mean it's only been recently that they've been allowing, wine sales, beer and wine, and say, a big box store down the road and in gas stations and stuff. So,
right.
Going back that far.
Maybe one of your listeners might know, but I just remember, I'm thinking, everybody always has these great ideas, and that was like one of the biggest failures, and I always wondered how much money they lost on this adventure, because that's silly.
Yeah.
And I love your show, honey. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks, Mary Ann. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
All righty. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wine vending machines. I have no memory of that whatsoever. None. Okay. To each his own. I'm kind of I'm kind of surprised that back then state stores employees would have put up with that, because again, you're kind of cutting out a worker there, right? I don't know. I just don't remember that. Do you remember it? Do you remember it? Did you ever use it? I guess the closest I can come to that is I remember state stores at one point had like these chill tubs that, if you were buying a white wine, because, white wine you want chilled, but you'd buy it off the shelf, it's not chilled, there was these cooling tubs that you could submerge the bottle in this tub for about a minute or so, and it would quickly chill down your newly purchased bottle of wine. I remember that, and I haven't seen one of those in years, so I don't know if there's any state stores that still has that amenity going on. 724-438-4593. I mentioned as part of possible talking points, NextEra, the Florida-based energy company buying Dominion Energy. I do not know if that purchase is up for regulatory review. I don't know if it's a done deal. I don't know if it has to get approval. I don't, but I just wanted to pass that on to you. that NextEra, who is behind the high transmission power line development here in Fayette County, is wanting to buy Dominion Energy, which right now supplies energy to, well, a whole bunch of data centers in Loudoun County, Florida. So kind of connects the dots here a little bit. You know? More and more that I am learning, and there's a lot more that needs to be learned still. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan right now. And there's talk of data centers coming to Fayette County. So this is going out to those residents and those township supervisors in the county where the county handles your zoning. So in that case, if the county handles the zoning for your township, you're at the mercy of the county here. So if county zoning regulations have no stipulations as to, or not very good, not stringent enough, there's little you can do to stop that. So I would urge township supervisors, if you don't have your own zoning office, that you get on board and you start putting your own in place, setting up your own zoning regulations. Because there might not be a whole heck of a lot you can do if you don't, and a company wants to come in and build in your township. So just beware on that. Go to your township supervisor, ask them who does their zoning. And if it's the county, you might want to seriously think about getting your own zoning board going. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. We're going to take another quick little break. When we come back, you and I together, we're going to close out hour one of What's on Your Mind right after this.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
So what's the difference between the sheds I see in the parking lot of the big box stores and a professionally built and installed JDM structure shed from Ultimate Structures? Good question. First, the manufacturer, JDM Structures, is one of the premier shed builders in business for 34 years. They use composite materials for the exterior with baked-on paint. This ensures you'll have an extended lifespan for your shed. And listen to this. 75% of Ultimate Structures orders are personally designed to satisfy the customer's needs. That's right. And the turnaround time for a custom designed shed is no longer than just buying a stock shed. Compare the roof designs, the superior piano door hinges, the quality of the wall panels, and personal customer service. You'll see. Come to the Mega Lot on Route 51 South, just outside Perryopolis. You need a shed? We can help. We design what you desire. Ultimate Structures.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
We have your gifts to celebrate love, birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions, or all the above. Things that go bling, earring pendants and rings, all types of handbags, crossbodies, concealed carry, and slings, Western Southwest, boots, hats, and more. Silver Zapata jewelry, fun fashion turquoise, it's a staple in our store. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, located in the rear of the State Farm Building, 724-557-6184. We value your shopping experience here with us at Strap, so come on in, sit a spell, enjoy a refreshment, and a bag of peanuts. Strap, 724-557-6184. We're open Tuesday to Friday, 11 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. Convenient street parking right in front of our shop. You're sure to adore us, and you'll love our prices. Shop small, shop Strap.
Are delinquent credit cards, medical bills, and personal loans stressing you out? Are you unable to catch up? Are the debt collection calls just too much? If yes, then call Zebley Law at 724-439-9200. Zebley Law provides free in-person consultations. Then, using our decades of experience, we recommend a plan for relief. Before hiring a debt relief company or an out-of-town bankruptcy firm, call the local law firm serving Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties since 2001. Call Zebley Law at 724-439-9200. Looking to tackle your next excavation project? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We're your local source for excavation essentials. From culverts and drainage pipes to the materials you need, we've got you covered. Whether managing water flow, improving drainage, or preparing a site, our knowledgeable team can help you. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the spring. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to build it right from the ground up.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. A little more than 3 minutes left to go in hour 2, so plenty of time for you to give me a buzz. I'd love to hear from you. 724-438-4593. We're holding at 87 degrees outside. We've got clear skies with some white clouds out there. So it is a very, very nice day. This is on the heels of a great weekend. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend there. We are starting to head into Memorial Weekend, which is, it's kind of the unofficial start, really, of summer. It's when people, picnics, first picnic of the year, maybe get their pools up and running. So hopefully maybe their flowers are all planted by then. Although maybe not this year. We've had such a cold spring that maybe that planting has taken a back seat because you don't want to get them in the ground and all of a sudden the frost comes around and kills all that money you just spent, right? So I can't say as I blame you on that at all. All righty, so just wanted to ask what, again, TV shows from your past, and it could be the way past, it could be the recent past, do you wish there were still brand new episodes, new programming that you'd like to see? And forget about today's political climate, whether you think it would be on the air now or not, such as, okay, All in the Family. I'm not so sure All in the Family would be aired today if it was being presented to some network for the first time, that type of thing. So forget about that. I would absolutely love to see a new episode of All in the Family. And take away the fact that, Carol O'Connor has passed away, Gene Stapleton has passed away. Forget that the cast is pretty much gone. Just, it'd be nice, it'd be fun. It was such a great show to watch. Home Improvement, when it first came out. So, that type of thing. MASH. Bonanza. I don't know any other. Bewitched. Would you like to see that come back? What show would you like to see. 724-438-4593. We'll carry that question over into the next hour as well. And I say that because, well, we're pretty much out of time now. CBS News, I'm sure they're shuffling their papers. They're getting ready to bring you the news from around the world and around the country. And then TJ, he'll be in here with the local news sports. And when that's all said and done, I'll be back in this seat for hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. More open conversation. 724-438-4593. This is WMBS Uniontown. It's 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Breaking news, a jury in Oakland federal court throws out Elon Musk's case against OpenAI, saying his lawsuit was not filed on time. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson says this one was a surprise.
I think that's in part because we were all focused on the really meaty legal issues here. I mean,
it's a win for OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and ends one of Silicon Valley's most closely watched courtroom battles after Elon Musk invested $38 million in its first years. His lawsuit filed in 2024 accused OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and his top deputy of shifting into a money-making mode behind his back. A judge allows some evidence at Luigi Mangioni's trial in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Reporter Mary Lou Buckley in New York.
The magazine found inside of Luigi Mangioni's backpack in Altoona, Pennsylvania McDonald's, along with his cell phone, passport, wallet, and computer chip, all won't be used during trial. Judge Caro says
the search of the backpack at the McDonald's was improper, warrantless search. The backpack was not within the immediate control, grabbable area of the defendant. The subsequent search of the backpack at the station was a valid inventory search.
Mary Lynn Buckley for CBS News, New York.
President Trump has ended his massive $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS. CBS's Stacey Lynn reports.
Legal analyst Lori Levinson says he's agreed to dismiss the lawsuit.
But he's putting into effect basically a $1.7 billion fund to pay out to his supporters or people he claims were the victims of weaponization of the Justice Department.
President Trump filed the suit after his tax returns were leaked by a former IRS contractor.
It's very bold by the Trump administration.
And she says expect a legal battle.
There are already members of Congress who are preparing to challenge.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News, the White House.
Millions will have to keep an eye on the sky. CBS News correspondent Jim Krasula explains.
There's a threat of severe weather, including tornadoes, across much of the nation's midsection. The threat goes from North Texas to northern lower Michigan. The highest risk, 4 out of 5, includes much of Kansas.
The U.S. prosecutors are moving to drop charges against Indian billionaire Gautam Adani, one of the world's richest men. The Justice Department says it will no longer pursue charges, alleging that he duped investors in a massive solar project in India. A judge must still sign off on the request, which comes less than 2 years after they were brought in New York. Stocks are down on Wall Street. Dow is down 3 points. This is CBS News.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,940.
Gus is back. He's all dressed up in a jacket and bow tie and ready to help you celebrate 20 exciting prizes of $100,000 on a new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Now, through the end of May, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
And you'll win 6 $5 Gus tickets. Scratch and win in style. It is the classy way to play.
Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Conference finals are set.
The Cleveland Cavaliers reached the Eastern Conference Final with a Game 7 win in Detroit.
Mitchell takes the runway, crosses over, and puts on a scoring clinic.
Donovan Mitchell led the way for the Cavs in a surprising blowout win over the Pistons on Prime. Cleveland now travels to New York to face the Knicks in Game 1 of the Eastern Final Tuesday night. The Western Conference Final tips off tonight with Oklahoma City hosting San Antonio. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
NextEra Energy is looking to acquire Dominion Energy in an all-stock deal valued at about $67 billion, creating a massive power company as the energy needs of artificial intelligence drive demand higher in the U.S. The companies say it's one of the biggest proposed mergers so far this year. The combined company would serve approximately 10 million utility customer accounts across Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Jennifer Kuiper, CB.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It is sunny and 88 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS, and TJ DeStefano will check sports and weather after the news. A Monongahela man is accused of injuring 2 state troopers after allegedly leading police on a pursuit and crashing into 3 patrol vehicles in Fayette County. The pursuit began when troopers attempted to stop a black BMW driven erratically by 51-year-old Frank Cope in the southbound lanes of I-79 near mile marker 43 in North Strabane Township, Washington County. Troopers continued pursuing the vehicle along Route 906, Route 201, and Route 51 through Washington, Westmoreland, and Fayette counties. During the chase, police said that Cope drove at unsafe speeds, crossed into opposing lanes of traffic, and passed other vehicles unsafely. It ended in North Union Township, Fayette County, after the BMW struck several patrol vehicles. Cope is accused of driving under the influence of drugs that impaired his ability to safely operate the vehicle. His driver's license was suspended or revoked because of a prior DUI-related offense. A Latrobe woman has died after a Saturday vehicle accident on Route 981. According to reports, 59-year-old Kimberly Oler went left of center and hit another vehicle head-on. Oler later died at a local hospital. The other driver sustained minor injuries. The second eaglet in a local nest has died. One eaglet in Glen Hazel died Sunday. At that time, officials were aware that the other eaglet was showing signs of distress. That eaglet died this morning. Both eaglets started showing signs of an unknown illness late last week. Currently, the specific cause of the illness remains unknown. The Tamarack Wildlife Center is actively working to get the necessary state and federal permissions to investigate. Thousands gathered at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. Sunday for the Jubilee of Prayer. Here's Mark Mayfield with more.
President Trump recited a Bible verse via a video message for the event.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin.
The government-funded event is part of the official celebration of America's 250th birthday. The stage for the event looked like the inside of a cathedral with massive festival-sized video screens. I'm Mark Mayfield.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather are next.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, Aaron Rodgers is officially a Steeler. He signed his one-year contract today, reportedly worth up to $25 million with incentives, and he participated in the first day of OTAs for the Steelers on the south side of Pittsburgh. Today's an off day for the Pirates. They'll start a 6-game road trip tomorrow night. They'll visit the St. Louis Cardinals. Mitch Keller will start for the Bucs, who are 24-23 and have dropped 3 in a row. We'll have the game tomorrow on WMBS at 7:45.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
The Weather Watch is being brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Call Nate at 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Get a free quote now.
Sunshine continues this afternoon, 90 for the high, partly cloudy and 70 tonight, and partly cloudy and 88 tomorrow. Right now, it is sunny and 88 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. It's 2:10 on this Monday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. And coming up next, it's hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
The Weather Watch has been brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Nate is there for you. Call 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
The wait is over. It's time to manja. Manja featuring Delalo is now open at Live Casino. Part market, part cafe, Manja offers fresh, authentic pasta, pizza, hoagies, salads, ice cream, cocktails, and more made with Delalo's finest ingredients. Eat in, grab and go, or take home a taste of Italy from our retail market. Meet you at Manja featuring Delalo. Now open inside Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more. Because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Take the backbone.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT, your community, your connection.
Having Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It is hour 2, and I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation again this hour, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz. Looking forward to chatting with you, whether it's about one of the possible topics I've brought up, or if there's something else you want to chat about, that's fine by me, but give me a call. We are brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks & Buzz Drugstore, Coldwell Banker at Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, Bright Stripes Seal Coating and Line Striping, and AR Roofing and Remodeling. All righty, things on my list. Not that I'm thrilled about this at all. I think you've heard me talk about it a bit. Steelers signed Aaron Rodgers to a one-year contract worth $22 million, maybe $25 million. There's $3 million in incentives in there. So he's back with the Steelers for another year. Tomorrow is the primary election day here in Pennsylvania. Polls open at 7 a.m. around the county, close at 8 p.m. So bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a number of seats on your primary ballots tomorrow. Remember, just Republicans and Democrats are the only ones voting tomorrow. Pennsylvania does have a closed primary procedure. So if you're independent or one of the many other party affiliations that you're aligned with, well, you're going to have to wait until November to cast a ballot. So, hey, we will be bringing you primary night election coverage tomorrow. We do have a Pirate game tomorrow, so we won't be on the air until after the game is over. However, we will be on our Facebook page prior to that at 8 o'clock when the polls close, so you can start catching up on information at that avenue. All righty, Next Era. They are a power company based out of Florida, has offered $66.8 billion in stocks to purchase Dominion Energy. Dominion has 10 million customers in Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Florida. And probably the most newsworthy part of all of that is Virginia and Data Center Alley in Loudoun County falls within this sale. In Loudoun County, Virginia, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, and a number of other large companies have data centers already built or are in the process of building, whether it's permitted, under construction, but in the process. Estimated 51 gigawatts of power these data centers are going to consume. Just to give you a little perspective, 1 gigawatt powers 750,000 homes, and they're going to need 51 for these data centers. NextEra is also behind the move to build high-tension power lines through Fayette County that are heading to, ultimately, Virginia to power these data centers. But Pennsylvania residents won't benefit from this. In fact, we might even be hurt with higher fees on our monthly bills. So there you go. Learn about this because it is coming. What else is going on? Well, on the same lines of that, a company out west, Panthalassa. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but then again, I may not be. They're looking at a whole new idea behind data centers, and they're raising not a small amount of cash. They've raised over $220 million so far. They want to put AI computing nodes in the Pacific Ocean. So, and they will communicate by way of low orbit satellites, and they'll be powered by the motion of the waves in the ocean and cooled by the abundant water of the Pacific Ocean. So, your thoughts about that? The Trump administration is offering workforce Pell Grants to blue-collar workers to help them in short-term schooling to get credentialed or certifications for certain blue-collar jobs, including air conditioning, heating, construction, healthcare. So, and grants are, well, they don't have to be paid back. So there is that. The Long Island Railroad is on strike, the workers. They're wanting a new contract. They haven't had one for a while. They're wanting a 14.5% increase spread out over 4 years. They've been offered 9.5% over 3 years, plus an additional, like I think it's 4.25% on an option year of 4, providing there is some job performance goals in there. The union doesn't want any of that. So the average worker in union worker on the Long Island Railroad in 2024 earned $121,646 a year, with an additional almost $26,000 in overtime. And then, of course, President Trump is back from China, so any thoughts that you may have on that? The ongoing war with Iran, and there was something else, and it just slipped away, just like that. It'll come back to me. So until it does, let's grab a phone call, shall we? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ. The nice lady, Marianne, I think, brought back the funny memory of those vending machines.
Yeah, Jake, I absolutely have no memory of that at all.
It was funny stuff, and I said, "Hey, well, you know what? That could be open, 24 hours. You don't have to have the wine and spirit store open." And they said, "Oh yeah, it's closed. It's locked up." I don't know if it was exactly when the store hours were or what it was, but there was no buying a bottle of wine at 2:00 in the morning.
Gosh darn, huh?
Well, I thought that was the big selling point, except they weren't using it, and that just took me back to all the crazy things that different states do, and I think we have the same level percentage of alcoholism or whatever, drunk driving, blah, 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 and how different the states are and how they regulate and sell alcohol. I remember going to Marietta, Ohio, right over the border from West Bygod, Virginia, and went up to the register. You know how they have the Coke and Pepsi machines right there as you're entering the register lane? Yeah. Well, this one was all 40-ounce beers. I'd never seen that in my life. I'm like, wow. And that Marietta College is not that big. It's not Pitt or WVU. It's just a little college, and this is what you guys are doing. But I don't know if any of it's effective. right? In, I'll say 1989, me and my friend got underage and got mixed drinks at a drive-through in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
So what they did was they gave you the Dixie cup full of alcohol, but they put that ruffled white paper coaster. They taped it to the top of the cup, like, well, this is going to stop you from drinking and driving if we tape this thing to it.
Okay.
Fast forward to, I don't know, 4 years ago. Me and the wife are in the get-go, and she goes, hey, you know what? We were planning on having an adult beverage anyway. I'm going to try one of these alcoholic slushies that they got here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure, whatever. And she gets it, and we're paying for it, and I say to the young man behind the counter, I'm like, buddy, you just put that Giant Eagle paid orange sticker over the hole for the straw? And he said, yeah. I said, is that the thing that's stopping us from drinking this on the way home? Like, we can't peel that sticker off and jam just jam the straw through it? It's just so insane what, you know, especially Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I was outside of Put-in-Bay, Sandusky, Ohio, and went through the drive-through beer barn, whatever they were selling in there, probably everything. And again, 19 years old, I'm driving. They don't ask me for an ID. They just throw the case of beer in the back of the truck, and we pull out. And I'm looking at the girl. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
It's not the store that I walked into. I had to drive through here. And thusly, I should probably have a driver's license that shows how old I am. And thusly, they won't give me the beer because I'm 19.
Well,
but they did. And again, different times.
Yeah.
Well,
another one that was, I don't know if this one's still in effect, but I tended bar back in the early 80s. And of course, you know, we sold 6-packs to go. That's the only way you could buy a 6-pack back then, was in a bar. You know, you couldn't go to Sheetz, you couldn't go to Walmart like you can now to buy a 6-pack. You had to go to a bar. And there was a limit as to how much you could buy. You could only buy 2 6-packs at a time. And it was based on the number of ounces. So 2 6-packs, 144 ounces of beer was the limit you could buy. Now, there was nothing that said you couldn't buy 2, take it out to your car, walk back in, and get 2 more. But here's where it gets weird. 2 6-packs at a time.
Right.
Yeah. So here's where it really gets weird, or it used to be. You could only buy one 6-pack of 16-ounce beer. Because if you bought 2, that put you over the limit.
Yeah.
You know,
like, who sat down and figured this out?
Yeah.
Right? Or didn't figure it out. So the novel coronavirus happened. And let me say this about the news. I'm a little bit perturbed with the news again, because they're talking about in the Democratic Republic of Congo, they're talking about the Ebola outbreak. Wait, that's named after a place. That's named after a river. We can't do that anymore. Remember when we had the COVID, we couldn't say it's the Hong Kong flu or China flu or China virus, right? Yep. Everybody's in uproar, except we're still doing this with Ebola, and they're still spraying around places that hold water for the West Nile virus. I guess that's okay, but you can't say China. So we got the China virus and the lockdowns and everything that happened, and the state legislature put through, hey, you can buy a mixed drink when you get food to go at a restaurant. Yeah. We're trying to help boost business, blah, blah, blah. So we're in the pickup truck, we're working, and we pull into the place, and Stefan comes out and he says, "Oh, your name?" And I said, "Jake," and he says, "Be right back." And he comes out with a bag, and he's carrying a drink because the wife ordered a drink. My wife's not a lush, just every once in a while, whatever. I didn't want it to sound like that over the airwaves. And Stefan hands me the bag, and then he goes, "Oh, no." And I go, "What's wrong, Stefan?" I'm in the passenger side of the pickup truck, the Dodge 1500, and he says, "This has to go in the back seat or the trunk." And I say, "Stefan, looks like we don't have a problem if you just give it to me and we'll pull away." And he says, "Well, but it has to go in the back seat or the trunk." I said, "Stefan, what do you mean to do? We don't have a back seat. We don't have a trunk." He gives it to us and we pull away. And we do, right? The wife drank it when we got home, right? But all these rules and regulations, like, holy cow. And
they're feel-good regulations.
Yes, because it's not stopping any of the things that you say you want to stop. Right? I wish it would. I wish there was a way to do it, but it's not from counting the number of ounces of beer that you have at one time. Because you know what? When we leave the bar Russ works at, we go to the next one. Right? We can always get around it, but you're right. It was silly regulations, and it kind of still is. They're different, but still, I think, just as silly.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
We
Anything else,
appreciate it,
Jake?
sir.
Anything else?
That's it for now.
All right. Well, thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Bye.
Hey, both lines are empty. That means I'm needing more phone calls. 724-438-4593. And while you dial those 10 digits, I'm going to take a quick little break. This is What's on Your Mind. More after this.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Derby's Riverside Ford is announcing Ford employee pricing for all. American value for American values. That's right, you pay what Ford employees pay, plus all available incentives and low financing. This is your time to purchase or lease a new Ford vehicle.
Now get a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT Crew Cab 4x4. MSRP is $63,000. Your employee price is just $55,000, plus 2.9 financing through Ford Motor Credit. How about a new 2025 Ford Bronco Sport? Employee price is just $34,000, plus 2.9 Ford Credit financing.
And my favorite, the all-new 2026 Ford Explorer all-wheel drive. MSRP is $45,000, but your employee price is just $41,000. Ford employee pricing for everyone. Now at Derby's Riverside Ford, your presidential One Ford Elite dealer. Route 40, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. See Sammy, Jimmy, Ashley, or Joey. Offer ends May 31st.
Looking for a great place to eat in Uniontown? Stop by Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue and proudly owned by the Vernon family. Casey's is open Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday through Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come check out their new items and delicious entrees. And remember, Casey's can cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. All right, so I've been asking, what TV show do you wish was still working, still producing new content? And I'm not talking about reboot. Just the original show itself. Take out of the equation that the actors may no longer be with us. What show would you like to see, still going on? On the other hand, what about TV shows that were rebooted? Roseanne comes to mind, right? It was gone for a number of years, and they brought it back a while back. Remember, I think it lasted for like another 5 years, 4 years. So which shows are you sorry they rebooted? And movies. There's Hollywood at times seems like they have just run out of ideas for something new. And so they reach into their basket and they say, whatever movie I pull out, we're going to redo it. We're going to reimagine it, new cast. We're going to change the script. We're going to call it the same thing as this classic. What movie do you wish they never did that to? Now, you got me, because I'm not a big movie watcher. I don't go out of my. I never did. I didn't go out of my way to go to theaters. When I was younger, Friday night at the drive-in was kind of the thing to do. Whether it was with your date or just a group of friends. And where I grew up, we had about 4 different outdoor theaters we could go to. So anyway, there's that. What movie do you wish they never redid? And have you seen a redone movie, but you never saw the original? So, for instance, the Thomas Crown Affair. I've never seen the original. However, I saw the redo with Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo, which I thoroughly enjoyed, by the way. So, and are there certain movies you just don't touch? Just no. Don't go there. What movies do you just absolutely, leave alone? I'm thinking Casablanca. There's no way do you remake that movie. I don't even know who you would get to play the roles. No way do you do that one, right? So what other, Patton, the movie Patton, there's no way that should ever be redone, in my opinion. So, what do you think? What TV shows would you like to see still on the air after all of these years? Which TV shows should they never have rebooted? And same with movies. So 724-438-4593. What else do we want to chat about here today? Kind of up to you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Again, that number is 724-438-4593. I don't know if this means anything or not, but the president of Iran, remember, you've got the president who is a lot of times just, he's kind of like a mouthpiece. You think he's got power, he really doesn't. But the president has come out and admitted that, yes, the U.S. military and the Israeli military has kind of pretty much decimated the country, and that the leadership should admit it. Stop deluding yourself on that. So I don't know if that means there's some cracks within Iranian higher circles or not. But the president, he keeps saying that time is running out on Iran to agree to something meaningful as far as a permanent ceasefire. And I would imagine it's not too much longer before bombing resumes. How long that's going to take then until Iran capitulates, your guess is as good as mine. I have noticed that gas prices have come down a little bit. Yeah, and I know 5 cents is not much, but yeah, it has come down a little bit. Whether it stays, again, your guess is as good as mine. And when will it start coming down some more? Will this be affecting the midterms in November? On some level, I believe it will, especially if it goes on into everything goes into September. If this doesn't come to an end quickly, allowing time for the gas prices to come back down, I do believe this will affect the outcome in the general elections in November. So we'll just have to wait and see. And your thoughts on this? Do you think the administration needs to go back to its bombing campaign? Iran is... Iran, by the way, I don't know if you heard this one, in an attempt to raise money, they're going to start taxing, Google and Meta and all these other companies for using the underground and underwater communications cables that go across the Strait of Hormuz. Don't know how that's going to work out, but that's what they're wanting to do now. That's what they're floating that idea there. So I don't know. 724-438-4593. The Pirates had a rough homestand. Had a rough homestand here by losing all 3 games to the Philadelphia Phillies. This is when on Friday night they even had an 8-2 lead going into late in the game, and then they blew it. And it was all downhill from there. So I don't know what to think of it. There's times they're playing some great ball. If they can hold out, if they can keep at least, right now they're a game above 500. I haven't looked at the standings. I don't know where they are in the standings right now. But if they can get back up to, 4, 5, 6 games above 500, which is very doable, I see them going for bullpen help at the trading deadline. That's where I think we're going to see some movement by we'll see how serious management is about turning this team into a winner. If they're holding their own come the trading deadline in July, and they're within distance of a playoff spot, I do see going after a closer to help that bullpen, because that's what it came down to. That's what it came down to, is bullpen help for this homestand. So, your thoughts on the Pirates so far? So 724-438-4593. Weather's temperatures up to 88 degrees. So how was your weekend? I've already said mine was fantastic. Hope yours was too. Were you able to catch up on yard work now? It's been so cold. Cold for this time of year, I should say. Did this weekend allow you to catch up on yard work? So how was your weekend? I'm looking forward to talking with you about that as well. I've mentioned the Long Island Railroad strike. And the salary of the workers, average income in 2024 was close to $122,000. So many people in this country in double income families are not making that much. And yes, I know New York has a higher cost of living than just about any place else in the country. I understand that. I know that. But you have one person in a household making $122,000, and that's just their normal salary because they're averaging over $25,000 additional dollars in overtime. Maybe the spouse is working, maybe not. Maybe they're contributing to the household income. But just one is bringing, close to $150,000 a year home. Where's Zoran Mondami on this? You heard, I think it was Mark brought it up. Where is he? He's being quite quiet on this. He's not saying anything. He's not saying, hey, guys, you really need to get back to work here. You're destroying the economy. You're hurting so many other people. You're not hearing that. You're also not hearing him siding with the union workers who he supposedly represents. So I'm curious as to what is going through Zoran Mondami's mind over all of this. Because he talks about making New York City more affordable. Okay, it's nice talking points. It's what people he thinks wants to hear. Making it more affordable. Hey, I'd like to see things more affordable too, but I'm also a realist. He's just being remarkably silent on this because I think he realized he is in a no-win situation. Who's hurting on this, for the most part, is the residents of Long Island who work in the city. They can no longer get into work. or it has gotten more difficult for them to do so. I told the story of one gentleman, he's a teacher in New York City, had to get up at 2 o'clock this morning to catch a shuttle bus to get him into work on time. If you can even get a shuttle bus at all, you got to take a car in. How much time is that going to add to your day? How much is that going to take out of your pocket to find parking, to pay for parking? This congestion tax that may or may not be in place for New York City. In other words, you drive into the city from outside of the city, you cross this imaginary line, and you get charged a fee for bringing your car into the city, contributing to the smoke and the smog and the pollution. You get charged for that. So I don't know how this strike ends. Getting a 14.5% increase on 122,000 a year. I don't know how much sympathy they're going to get on this. I honestly don't. So, but maybe they will. You tell me. Hey, we got to take a little break. When we come back, both lines are open, and you and I together, we're going to finish out hour 2 of What's on Your Mind right after this.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
It's Jessica Karingala and Kevin Bain here at Ford of Uniontown. We believe in American values, hard work, honesty, and taking care of our neighbors. That's why right now, everyone gets employee pricing.
Wait, did you say employee pricing?
That's right. Everyone qualifies and you pay what we pay on America's favorite vehicles such as the F-150 and Maverick.
But the savings keep going. Don't forget you can schedule your service anytime with convenient online maintenance appointments. Plus, enjoy free pickup and delivery for your vehicle service needs.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Your truck knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes taxes and transfer fees. Must finance with Ford credit. Not all buyers will qualify.
Looking to tackle your next excavation project? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We're your local source for excavation essentials. From culverts and drainage pipes to the materials you need, we've got you covered. Whether managing water flow, improving drainage, or preparing a site, our knowledgeable team can help you. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the spring. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to build it right from the ground up.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for borrowing our special pay at 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Spring is here, and the truckloads of new dinettes have begun to arrive. Chesler's Fine Furniture has 3, 5, and 7-piece sets to choose from. There are many name brands to select from, including Cochrane, Douglas, John Thomas, Riverside, and Joffrin. Chesler's has wood top and Formica top tables in many styles and finishes. The chairs are constructed with solid wood or metal, some with legs or with castered bottoms. The variety is endless, with prices to suit your budget. Chesler's also has apartment-size 3-piece sets starting at just $459, or 5-piece sets starting at $599. All sets on display are available for immediate delivery, or you can lay it away up to 3 months. Credit terms are also available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064. or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 4.5 minutes left in today's show, and both lines are open, so give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. So, Alex Murdaugh, I don't know if the name rings a bell or not. He's the lawyer from South Carolina, North Carolina, one of the Carolinas, that about 2 years ago was found guilty of murdering his wife and one son, sentenced to life in prison. Well, it came to light that, last week, his conviction was thrown out by the state's Supreme Court. And one of the reasons being is that it was determined by the High Court that the court clerk, Rebecca Hill, tampered with the jury during his trial. That says that she was so determined that he was guilty that she passed her biases on to the jurors, and therefore tainted the jury. Well, Alex Murdaugh, he's still in jail because he was also convicted in a separate trial on fraud charges. So he's still in jail for that. He's not going anyplace soon. But he is now, Alex Murdaugh is now suing Rebecca Hill for stepping on his rights, for going against him, working. So it'll be interesting. I guess his lawyer's got to get paid somehow. I don't know. So, but also the prosecution says, yes, they are going to retry the case. And they just may go after the death penalty at this time. So, be afraid of what you wish for sometimes, right? So, it'll be kind of fun to see how that all plays out as the future progresses. So, okay, all righty. I don't know what else is going on there, but and I really didn't care all that much when the trial was taking place in the first place. But I just brought that up because it's something you don't see too often. Also, we've kind of had this conversation before. So the U.S. Attorney General in Washington, D.C., Jeanine Pirro, has announced that she is going to start prosecuting the parents of children that have been involved in street fights in Washington, D.C., in some of these scenes where teens are overtaking the streets and causing vandalism and hindering traffic, blocking intersections. she's going to start prosecuting the parents on all of this. So, what do you think about that? I don't know if when these events take place, if it's past a curfew when they've happened. But yet, do parents have a responsibility on all of this? So I think, yeah, they do have a responsibility, but to what extent you can prosecute them, that I'm not so sure. Hey, that does it for today's show. We'll do this again tomorrow. Looking forward to it. More open conversations. 724-438-4593. That'll be tomorrow. In the meantime, CBS News is coming up next, followed by TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown, 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Elon Musk loses his lawsuit against OpenAI and its top executives. A California jury has dismissed it based on a technicality. CBS's Jolene Kent.
Essentially what happened here is Elon Musk filed this lawsuit back in 2024. The statute of limitations is 3 years, and the jury found unanimously that Elon waited too long to file this lawsuit.
The case stemmed from a lawsuit Musk brought alleging that OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and OpenAI President Greg Brockman broke their promise to keep the company a nonprofit. An American doctor is among the newest cases in an Ebola outbreak in Congo. Deaths have surpassed 100 in 2 provinces and a few hundred suspected cases. CBS's Ramy Inocencio reports.
Based on the numbers out now, both suspected and confirmed, health officials are warning that this outbreak could actually be much bigger than what's been reported so far, and that this was likely spreading for weeks or maybe even months undetected.
Trump administration has established a $1.7 billion fund to compensate the president's supporters who claim they were treated unfairly by the Justice Department during the Biden era. The fund was created in exchange for the president dropping his lawsuit against the IRS. Loyola Law professor Lori Levinson.
Trump's representatives have claimed that nobody can challenge this fund. He used his own group to authorize it. But I do think that there will be a challenge to it. And in fact, there are already members of Congress who are preparing to challenge.
A judge rules in the Luigi Mangione case that some of the evidence can be used. Mangione is accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The judge says what was uncovered at a McDonald's restaurant cannot be used, but evidence at the police station can.